hello to all my Aquarius friends. I'd like to welcome you in. My name is Scott Sagent, and today I'll be doing your free psychic tarot reading for January of 2022. We are there. Very exciting stuff right here. I'm doing an extra spread for January for all of my signs. I'm calling it Quadrants. That's going to be airing right after this episode of your general reading. Now, today they have dialed up for you a four-corner spread. It looks at the four main areas that people usually ask about in tarot, so it's really good for general readings. We're going to look at your finances. We're going to look at your work. The two are usually intertwined quite a bit. We're going to look at love, and we're going to look at your health. Brief little overlay there. They've asked for no extra. When that happens, they want us to focus on the meat and potatoes of the spread. In this case, it is the four corners. So we're going to get underway right now. I'll waste no more time. The cards are already shuffled. I do that ahead of time to save time. Go ahead and hit the like button if you're ready to have a great 2022. There we go. I like to do this live and on camera. These are my ritual cuts. Basically cuts the decks into three different pieces, puts it back together in a separate order. That satisfies the ritual aspect of tarot, and then the cards are ready to run. Do that with both decks here. And here we go with four corners for Aquarius. This up here is work. Over here is love. Big theme there. Still in view. Perfect. Down here is finance. And over here is health. Lots of cards. I can see why they wanted no extra here. They kind of overwhelmed you with the four corners here. Let's see. Looking at my inverts right now, seeing if I have to do any discards or flip anything up. It looks just fine the way it is. We're going to read it like that. The only thing I need is a Oracle Angel card here, because that is a big one. And to make sure that everything is in view. There you go. So over here, work, finance, love is the big one, and also down here, health. So there we go. We're going to zoom out and we're going to get started, Aquarius. Let's go to work. There we go. All right. Let's see. I'm going to end up with love. I'm going to save that for last because that's the big one, the big information pool, if you will. Let's start down here with health. I like to do work and finance together, so since I'm doing love last, we're going to do health first. We'll just get it out of the way right here. First thing they want to talk about here is the Princess of Swords and other decks. This is the page. We have a message coming in regards to your health. There's some kind of notification that you're going to be getting in January, or quite a few of you will be getting in January that's relevant and pertinent to your health. This does not tell me if it is physical health or if it is spiritual health, like chakra related. Usually when it's a correspondence like this, it's usually more real world stuff, even though we have the swords here, which is through the air. So a lot of times this message will be communicated through a text message or an email or even a phone call. So this could be, your doctor saying, hey, here's some test results back that we got for you, or, some kind of, I'm not exactly sure what other kind of correspondence that would be, but it is definitely coming through the air of some form. So this could even be not you. This could also be somebody else calling you, for example, and saying, hey, I have so-and-so, and now I got to go, get a procedure done or something like that. So the message comes through the air in regards to your health corner. And like I said, it may not necessarily be your health. Let's keep going with the cards. Next is the star card there for your health corner. So this is very much a fated time for you or this other person. This is not really up about choices right now. This is not about choices and your day-to-day free will stuff. This is more stuff that has momentum. This is more stuff that is coming to you or this person, and it is kind of just more of the tides rolling in and out. Probably a good time to get into my moon cycles. I'll do that once I finish wrapping this up, because the moon cycles are going to play directly into that star card, and you're going to see exactly how that works in a minute. The last thing they have to say here is the Prince of Swords inverted and other decks. This is the Knight. They're saying in action in regards to making up your mind. So that may be describing what is going on. You may not really have your mind made up about what you're doing with health. If this is about you, if this is with the other person, it may be them and their mind not being made up about it. In this case, they're saying it's actually okay that you don't make up your mind right now, or at least in January. This reading's for January, so let's just, bracket it there. Otherwise, they would be switching this around and telling me take an action in regards to your health and your decision making right here. They didn't do that, so I pay a lot of attention to that. They're basically saying here to that it's okay to not rush this. It's okay to not decide right now. So even if this is like saying you find out that you have two different ways you can take this. Let's say you need dental work, for example. You can go option A, and it's longer, costlier, whatever, or option B, and it's more smaller out of pocket, or whatever, something like that. It's almost like there's two choices going on right here, possibly more than that, but at any rate, they're saying whatever is going on here, it doesn't have to be decided right now. This can be decided later, and that's just fine. So there's your health corner. Of course, finding the context of that is going to be key. I did say I'd get into the moon cycles. I always like to give you guys my moon cycle forecast every single month. That gives you an idea of what's coming, so you can take advantage of these cycles. Like we talked about the star and things that have momentum. We have the new moon coming in January on the 2nd. That's usually when most of the people are viewing this video, so it's a perfect time right now to bring anything new into your life. Let's say you're trying to do something new with health for the new year into your life. It's much better placed like right now than if you were to wait until the middle of the month, especially. That's a bad time for it. And even late in the month, it gets a little bit better, but beginning of the month, like right now, likelihood of you viewing this now is the best time to do that. Follow those moon cycles, and it doesn't have to be health. It could be anything. If you're trying to bring a new love or a new job or something like that, much better placed beginning of January here. Now we have the full moon energy that comes in on January the 17th. That's the garbage truck of the universe. That's what I call it. That's when you want to get anything out of your life that doesn't do you justice anymore, things that just got to go, whether it's people, emotional baggage, stuff, if you have actual stuff you need to get rid of, or habits, or any of that kind of stuff, stress, anxiety, and like I said, people. For some of you, it's people. So whatever this is for you here, the full moon energy, definitely take advantage of that in the middle of the month. It doesn't have to be on the 17th, anywhere right around the middle. Just really helps push it further. It makes it a lot easier to flow, and whatever it is you're trying to get out sticks much easier if you follow that. All right, so let's get into your finance and work. I'm going to do finance first. Finance comes in with an action in regards to love. So a lot of you are helping perhaps family members here, or or just people you love. Could also be friends, but they're saying take an action here. They're not saying to withhold from this. They're actually saying go forward with it. So money can be moved around right now quite openly with friends, with family. That's what they're showing. Just a lot of action in general. I hate that I keep saying but I'm kind of hung up on this next card. Looking at it, they're saying that there's patience involved here. So you may be dealing with people that are kind of just, maybe you have a hesitation about spending this money, or even energetic spending of time with these people. They're saying you need to be a little bit patient here with this situation, with these people. Very loving vibe, but at the same time, you're required to be patient here. It's just not an easy flowing thing. At the end of the day, though, it turns quite well. We have the Princess of Wands here coming in after that. Now, the Princess here in other decks, we have a lot of people cards coming up here. This is the Page in other decks. This is a message in regards to work that's coming in later in your finances. So later in the month. Some kind of correspondence in regards to work. We'll find out more about that when we get into your work corner. Let's actually do that now. Quite the interesting financial message, I will say. As we get into work, Aquarius, they want to talk about nurturing your love corner. That's an interesting thing to come up under work. We also have the Devil card, breaking free from some shackles and some barricades, some things that have been holding you back. This could be habits, could also be people, could be jobs, could be bosses. I've seen the Devil card come up as like actual employers or places of business. It's showing inverted, so it's showing that you're breaking free from this. It's a very good thing to see. Much better to be breaking free of it than going into it. At the same time, they want you to nurture your love corner here. They don't want you to do too much work to the point where, your home life is getting affected by that. They say a lot of you have done a really good job with that, Aquarius. They're applauding you. At the same time, you need to continue to do so. Really, your love corner needs the attention, needs the work right now. And we're going to get more into that momentarily. So breaking free from habits, shackles, things that are constraining and constrictive to you at work, very good things. And the context of that could be quite different for everybody. For some of you, you may be getting more freedom at work, getting more responsibility as far as being over people, having kind of accountability for what's going on there. And then we also have the Six of Pentacles inverted here. They wanted to read this as bad credit, so they want you to be a little cautious here about moving money around at work. So this is like for some of you that are buyers or merchandisers, or any of you that have to do that, you're actually like moving money around. Be careful what you put it into. I know this is going to be a very specific message and certainly not for everybody, but bad credit comes up here. So they want you to avoid that, or to address it, or at least be aware of that. Probably the best time that I could tell you in the reading to say that this is a general reading. I have to remind you that you know, if you're looking for messages that are personal, private, specific only to you, I do offer those on my website, scottsagent.com, and quite a variety of different services, from small all the way up to full service. The best part is that they're all personalized to just you. So there we go. Now we get into love, the big love corner. The first thing that comes up is the World card. This is a card of completion, things getting wrapped up. Good time to get things wrapped up. If this is not already happening, it's saying that that's the advice here. It's a really good time to get this wrapped up. Any kind of stuff that's going on in your love corner. Your love corner is expansive. It's your family, it's your close friends, it's stuff that you're doing within your family unit. It's also your dating and relationship if you're in a relationship. It's all this big encompassing bracket here. So it's really hard to read in a general reading. But the card is world. It can mean worldly and travel and big stuff like that, like international stuff, but that's more of a rare definition here. This is usually more of completion, getting things wrapped up. Any kind of loose ends. January is, it's almost like for you Aquarius here in your love corner, they're almost saying January is not necessarily the new love beginning here. This is almost wrapping up from something prior, so that your new beginning comes maybe at a later time. Maybe February is the better beginning for love. So this is more of a completion time. And for some of you, you're already there and you're already at that completion time. And if that's the case, well, you're already kind of set. So the advice is not so much there for you. They do want to tell you here that we have blocked growth. So we have growth that is coming in. It's just coming in very slowly. So that's good to let you know that this is going to take some time. This is not going to be quick. This is a slower grow, slower gratification. It's like if anybody who's watched a plant grow, you know, you check on it every couple days, you might see it very slightly. But if you were to fast forward or take, you know, the slow motion, or I forget what they call it, the speed, the day-to-day stuff, or take a picture of it every day and then you just, you know, look at it a month later, you see tremendous growth. So it doesn't mean that it's not growing. It means that you don't see it necessarily growing. And that's what they show right here for your love corner. There is growth there. It's just a slow grow process. Some of you are taking great authority at work. There is some convergence here. You know, we talked about that earlier. There is a blend over here. They want you to take great authority with work, but part of that authority is to nurture your home life. They show that you guys do a great job of that, but they want to remind you these two things. They want to remind you both to take authority at work and to nurture your home and your family and your unit, your people. The last thing they want to talk about here in your love corner is the why card. So a lot of you are a little bit confused, perhaps by this message, and that could indicate that this could be coming later in the month, when more things are moving, more parts are getting wrapped up and getting aligned, and now all of a sudden, oh, now the stuff Scott said about my love corner is making sense. So you might even need to come back and review this part. You know, just remember that I put this toward the end of your reading, and review it when it makes sense to you. Remember when I talked about the completion and the slow growth and the work and the love kind of doing this battle with each other, and how you really just need to choose home right now and really nurture that instead. So that clears up that confusion there. Now the big reading that I'm doing, the very special one for you guys, called quadrants. It looks at the entire year. This is the only time I do that. I'm doing it in a separate video. It's going to actually autoplay, I think, at the end of this. I also have a link to it in the description. Really easy for you guys to get access to it. It looks at the entire year. It's the only time that I do this kind of a spread at all. And same thing for my personal readings. If you're the type of person that just gets one reading a year, January is the time to book a reading with me, because this is the only time that I go the entire 12 months. Usually I go 6 months out when I forecast in all of my private readings. So this is a special time. Take advantage of that and make sure you check out your quadrants video. That's going to wrap us up for January. I want to thank you so much for joining me. Please remember to like and subscribe so you see the future videos. Take care, and I'll see you all in February. Happy New Year.